Who would have thought that old dream of owning a Tesla could finally fit into so many people's budgets? Well, the big bombshell this time came straight from Elon Musk himself. The Tesla Model 2 is coming, and with a price tag that's making the entire market scratch its head. We're talking under $25,000 for a fully electric car with Tesla DNA and a design set to break all the rules. That's right, a Tesla cheaper than many basic hatchbacks out there. But hold on, there's more. This Model 2 isn't just talk. It's already been spotted in testing at Giga Texas, covered in mysterious camouflage that, of course, only fueled the buzz. This prototype, by the way, appeared right on time. Tesla is in a true race against the clock and seems to be betting all its chips on this new model to fully take over the affordable EV market. And here's the curious part. It's not just Giga Texas working at full speed. Giga Mexico and Giga Shanghai are also in the game, prepping production lines as if launch day were tomorrow. Many are wondering how Tesla will maintain quality at this price point, but the clues point to something bolder, a revolution in the way cars are built. The plan is ambitious and requires radical change. Tesla is developing a new production platform called the unbox process, a method where different parts of the car are assembled separately and only then brought together, almost like building a giant Lego set on an industrial scale. This not only cuts costs, but speeds up assembly. It may be the secret behind that shockingly low price. Elon Musk has said at past events that Tesla's goal is to democratize access to electric vehicles. With the Model 2, it looks like he's putting that mission into action. Another detail that drove fans wild is the design. Even under camouflage, the Model 2 shows off modern, compact lines with a silhouette resembling the Model Y, but smaller, almost urban. And that design choice makes total sense. The car is aimed at the general public, people who need an agile, economical, good-looking, and most importantly, affordable vehicle. Many thought the Model 2 would be a people's Tesla, but in truth, it looks more like a new benchmark in the compact EV segment. From a strategic standpoint, this launch hits at a very specific moment. While other automakers are pulling back on cheaper EVs due to high production costs, Tesla is doing the opposite. And it's precisely the kind of move that usually flips the market. Still, there are questions in the air. Will the car deliver competitive range? Will connectivity remain one of the brand's strong points? Judging by the factory activity and leaked information, the answer seems to be a confident yes. While the Model 2 promises to transform city streets with its affordability, the Tesla Semi Gen 2 is about to shake up the highways with electrified brute force. And we're not talking about a simple facelift or minor tweaks. The new Semi went through nearly 3 years of intense refinement and now returns with a range that borders on absurd. No less than 500 miles on a single charge. For those familiar with the truck market, this is practically a death sentence for diesel models. And the most shocking part? That range has already been confirmed in real-world testing, making it all the more serious. But what really left experts breathless was the new charging system. Tesla's Mega Charger 2.0 came with a bold proposition: charge up to 70% of the battery in just 20 minutes. This puts the Semi Gen 2 on equal footing with the time it takes a diesel truck to refuel, but with an insane advantage in energy savings and zero emissions. The message here is clear. Being electric isn't enough. It has to be practical, fast, and efficient in the real world. Elon Musk knows this. That's why Tesla didn't just want to build a green truck. They wanted to build the best truck, period. This new generation of a Semi is a true game changer for the logistics industry. Imagine a truck that runs all day, saves money with every mile, and can get back on the road in under half an hour. It's a fleet manager's dream. Charging time has always been the Achilles heel of heavy electric vehicles. But now, with the Mega Charger 2.0, that limitation is quickly fading. And that doesn't just change how these trucks are used. It opens the door to new routes, new strategies, and even a whole new way of thinking about freight transport. Beyond the extended range and ultra-fast charging, the Semi-Gen 2 has gained other upgrades that may not be visible to the eye, but make all the difference in performance. Tesla worked to reduce the total vehicle weight by optimizing materials and refining the layout of internal components. That helps not only with energy efficiency, but also with stability and driving comfort. A truck that vibrates less, consumes less, and goes further. Sounds like science fiction, but that's exactly what the tests have shown. And there's more. The Semi is now more adaptable. Tesla plans to offer customizable versions to meet different company needs. That means a delivery service can opt for a lighter, more agile version, while long-haul operators can choose a model focused on extended range. This flexibility is a trump card that puts the Semi ahead of competitors who are still taking baby steps when it comes to customizable heavy EVs. And honestly, that's a brilliant move because it's not about making a good truck. It's about making the right truck for each client. If anyone still doubted that an electric truck could compete with diesel giants in raw performance, the Tesla Semi-Gen 2 is here to challenge that belief. We're talking about a vehicle that, even fully loaded with up to 80,000 pounds, can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 20 seconds. Yes, you heard that right. A truck, not a sports car. And it's all thanks to the new 4-motor independent powertrain, a direct evolution of the technology used in Tesla's most powerful models, like the Model S Plaid. When Elon Musk says this truck drives like a car, he's not exaggerating. These 4 motors work in perfect sync to optimize torque and traction, delivering impressive acceleration even uphill or under full load. What's more, that power is distributed intelligently. Each motor can act independently, meaning the Semi-Gen 2 can handle curves, braking, and acceleration with surprising agility for a vehicle of its size. It's as if it can anticipate what's ahead and adjust its performance in real time. Sounds like sci-fi, but it's pure applied engineering. But performance isn't just about acceleration. Tesla also aggressively refined the Semi-Gen 2's aerodynamics. The design is now sleeker, sharper, and more functional. The result? A drag coefficient lower than many sports cars, including the Bugatti Chiron. For a truck, that's almost unbelievable. This level of design efficiency reduces air resistance, translating directly into better energy economy and longer range. In simpler terms, the truck slices through the wind like a bullet. In Musk's own words, a wheeled projectile. And that insane aerodynamics didn't come alone. The chassis was redesigned to be lighter and yet stronger. The structure now uses optimized metal alloys that ensure durability without adding unnecessary weight. That helps the Semi consume 25% less energy per mile than conventional trucks. In practice, it does more with less. And that kind of optimization isn't just technical, it's strategic. Every extra mile on the same charge means money saved and time gained for logistics operators. Another impressive feature is the regenerative braking system. The Semi-Gen 2 can recover up to 98% of kinetic energy during braking, sending it back to the battery. That means on long downhill routes or in heavy traffic, the truck can almost recharge itself. Besides saving energy, this technology also reduces wear on traditional brakes, cutting maintenance costs and improving safety. This kind of detail shows how Tesla designed every aspect of the operation with a practical, not just futuristic, mindset. After proving that the Semi-Gen 2 is no joke when it comes to performance, Tesla is now preparing the ground for something even more ambitious: mass production of this electric giant. And this isn't just slick presentation talk. It's a reality already taking shape with set dates, locations, and clearly defined goals. At the forefront of this mission is Giga Nevada, where Tesla has already started building a new factory dedicated exclusively to the Semi. The goal? To begin production in the third quarter of 2025 with an ambitious target of 10,000 units per year. But that's just the beginning. Once the factory is fully operational, Tesla plans to ramp up production quickly to 50,000 trucks per year by 2026. To make this possible, they're implementing production cycles of just 10 to 15 minutes per unit, a remarkable feat for vehicles of this size. It's a process that blends advanced robotics, large-scale automation, and of course, Tesla's well-known vertical integration philosophy, where nearly everything from the batteries to the onboard systems is built and assembled in-house. The key to reaching this intense manufacturing pace lies in how Tesla manages its supply chain. Instead of relying on a scattered network of global suppliers, the company produces most components internally. This ensures total control over timelines, quality, and costs. In a market constantly affected by global logistics delays, that becomes a massive advantage. Elon Musk has always been a strong advocate of this model, and now, with the Semi, he's taking it to the extreme, making production more stable, efficient, and predictable. Another essential piece of this puzzle is the strategic choice of production locations. While Giga Nevada is close to key suppliers and U.S. logistics hubs, it will soon share the spotlight with a new plant in Texas and a future factory in Mexico. This connected production network will not only enable scaling, but also provide more flexibility to meet regional demands. In other words, if truck demand grows in Latin America, Giga Mexico can kick in at full speed. And keep in mind, this isn't just about the 500-mile range model. Tesla is also planning different Semi variants with custom configurations, including more affordable versions adapted for urban deliveries or mid-range routes. All of this will follow the same logic of modular, intelligent production. This level of customization, combined with unprecedented production scale, positions Tesla not just as a truck manufacturer, but as a logistics solutions platform of the future. It's impossible to ignore the delicate scenario Tesla currently faces in the global market. Sales in countries like Germany and France have plunged in recent months, with drops of 76.3% and 26%, respectively. In the US, the decline was milder but still worrisome, with a 7% decrease last year, followed by another 2% in early 2025. For a company used to leading, these numbers lit a red alert. Public protests, consumer dissatisfaction, and increasingly aggressive competition made it clear something had to change, and fast. In this context, the Semi Gen 2 is starting to gain importance far beyond logistics. If Tesla cars have lost some of their novelty in key markets, the company's trucks are about to become its grand rebirth. The freight transport sector is enormous, generating over $150 billion globally, and electric penetration in this space is still minimal. That means Tesla is entering a practically untouched ocean, with plenty of room to swim before other brands can even build their own ships. This shifts Tesla's strategy away from a purely consumer-focused model and toward targeting companies with entire fleets ready for replacement. Of course, this transition won't happen overnight, but the timing couldn't be better. Governments around the world are offering tax incentives, setting zero-emission targets, and even penalizing companies that continue to rely on combustion engines. So when Tesla steps in with a truck that offers outrageous range, reduced operational costs, and cutting-edge technology, it's not just offering an alternative. It's delivering a ready-made solution to a growing problem. That kind of advantage could make even competitors pause and rethink their path down diesel road. Another factor that adds even more weight to the Semi-Gen 2 is Tesla's image as an innovation leader. While others try to catch up, Tesla sets the pace. And right now, the Semi isn't just a product, it's a statement. It's Tesla saying, yes, we're facing challenges with our passenger models, but look at what we're putting on the roads now. This shift in focus could be exactly what the brand needs to regain its leadership narrative and reignite excitement among both consumers and investors. It's also worth noting that the Semi isn't just a product masterstroke. It's a financial one too. A single Semi, over its lifespan, can generate staggering savings for transport companies. The estimate is 25 cents saved per mile, which, over 1 million miles, amounts to hundreds of thousands of dollars in savings per unit. Now multiply that across a fleet of 100, 200, or even 500 trucks. It's easy to see why so many players are already paying close attention. If there's one thing that gives credibility to any Tesla project, it's when major players put their money on the table. And in the case of the Tesla Semi, these aren't just timid bets. Massive global corporations have already jumped in with significant orders, turning this truck into a real-world promise, not just another futuristic concept. PepsiCo, for instance, was one of the first to embrace the idea and has already received 100 Semi units, integrating them into their logistics operations. That alone says a lot. One of the world's largest food and beverage companies trusting its transportation to a bold but promising new technology. Another heavyweight that confirmed its spot in line is Walmart, the retail giant with presence across nearly all of North America. When a company so dependent on transport efficiency goes electric, it's because they've crunched the numbers. And those numbers show the Semi isn't just sustainable. It has the potential to deliver substantial savings per mile. For Walmart, aligning with sustainability also earns public goodwill. And let's be honest, in the global brand arena, that narrative packs serious punch. Another highlight is Anheuser-Busch, one of the world's largest breweries, which also joined the early buyers club. The common thread between all these companies? Massive fleets, where every penny saved per mile turns into millions of dollars annually. The Tesla Semi isn't just a technological leap. It's a strategic tool to cut costs, lower carbon footprints, and give brand reputations a clean energy boost. It's a triple win few market solutions offer right now. And doesn't stop there. Pride Group Enterprises, one of North America's top truck leasing companies, also signed a deal with Tesla, initially for 150 units, with an option to scale up to 500. Depending on final configurations, the deal could be worth up to $100 million. This is one of the biggest and most strategic commitments ever made toward the Semi. After all, when a company specializing in truck leasing bets on hundreds of electric units, it's because they see a market turning upside down, fast. Each of these deals proves the interest in the Semi isn't just modern companies trying to look green. What we're witnessing is a full-blown race for efficiency. Fuel savings, tax incentives, lower maintenance costs, and the sustainability factor creates such a compelling package that it would be strange for companies to ignore it. And now that the first models are already on the road, real-world results are starting to circulate. These numbers have the power to convince even the biggest skeptics that this truck is far from just hype. All this buzz around the Tesla Semi-Gen 2 makes perfect sense for one very simple reason. It makes money work for the people who use it. While many are still stuck on the old idea that EVs are too expensive to be worth it, the Semi's numbers are proving otherwise. Starting with the basics, the 300-mile version costs around $150,000, while the 500-mile version goes for $180,000. Now check this. A diesel truck with similar specs averages $230,000. The advantage is clear right from the start. But the real trump card isn't just the purchase price, it's what comes after. The Tesla Semi saves about 25 cents per mile, which over a truck's lifespan, usually 1 million miles, adds up to $250,000 saved per vehicle. Multiply that by a fleet of 10, 20, or 100 trucks, and the financial impact becomes massive. That's why businesses are opening their eyes. The Semi isn't just green, it's financially unbeatable. On top of that, the cost per mile in energy is shockingly low. While a diesel truck averages 6 miles per gallon, and fuel prices fluctuate wildly, the Semi uses about 1.64 kilowatt hours per mile, resulting in 63% energy savings. This means companies not only spend less to keep their trucks running, but also become less vulnerable to diesel price volatility, which is constantly influenced by unpredictable global factors. And there's more. Maintaining an electric truck like the Semi is far cheaper. No combustion engine, no exhaust system, no oil changes, no clutch. Fewer moving parts means fewer mechanical problems. That cuts downtime, lowers workshop and parts costs, and boosts the truck's availability. The more time a truck spends on the road, not in the shop, the more profit it generates. That detail carries a lot of weight in logistics. Another major advantage of the Tesla Semi is cost predictability. In a market where financial planning is everything, knowing how much you'll spend monthly on fuel and maintenance is a relief. EVs offer exactly that. With more stable energy prices and cheaper maintenance, the total cost of ownership becomes highly competitive. It's one of those quiet advantages that, when added up, completely transforms a logistics company's financial equation.